today's run. 10 miles, easy pace, out on the trails. I want to talk about my reason why. Why have I chosen to run every day? Because it's a question I get asked a lot, and someone at work asked me the other day. You know, you get onto the sorts of questions that we get asked as runners about marathons and, you know, I could never do that and all of that kind of stuff, which, you know, I get because I've been on the other side of those conversations. And when they asked me how much I run, I said, oh, I run every day, you know, but nothing big every day, just keep it ticking along sort of thing. And that usually elicits a couple of responses when I tell people I run every day. Usually the first one is a bit of shock and horror. Can't do that. Oh, I'd never be able to do that. I couldn't be motivated. Wouldn't have the time. Wouldn't have the discipline. Yeah, get all that. And then the other reaction, which is stupid. You shouldn't do that. Bad for your knees. You never recover. Yep, I get all that too. And I never feel a need to really justify why I do that, why I run every day. But my responses, you know, face to face are usually quite measured and just sort of play it down a little bit. Because I think unless you are in that world, it's quite hard, I find anyway, to sort of share why we do what we do, be that running every day or running marathons or ultra marathons, without it coming across a little bit arrogant maybe. And also, I don't want to play it down because it's a big deal. You know, running's hard. Running every day is hard. Running marathons and ultra marathons are hard. But equally, going for your first run is hard. Doing your first park run is hard. And I would never take that for granted when someone's just starting out or is interested in starting out. But when we come back round to that question of why, and I went away from that conversation just thinking, oh, how could I have better answered, you know, their questions without sort of playing it down? And it made me really think back to when I started my running streak, December of 2019. So we're about 3 months out from COVID. And I'd been thinking about needing something to kind of be my thing, shall we say, to be something that every day I could anchor and sort of know that no matter what, if I've done that one thing, it's been a good day, even if the rest of the day is rubbish. A year before starting that running streak, I'd quit drinking, and so I was a year into that and felt like I was kind of on top of being able to, you know, handle the social situations and the pressures that come with not drinking alcohol in British culture and society. And I knew that my second child was on the way. Obviously at that point we had no idea about what was going to happen with COVID and the mess that would leave behind. And in all honesty, the reason reason why I started running every single day, just being a bit vulnerable now, was that I was scared. And I think for most people, and you can challenge me or affirm me in the comments below, there is a point in your life, whether it's to do with kids or not to do with kids, or to do with age or stage or whatever, I'm not sure, where it kind of feels like you've got a choice of two directions. And one direction is just to kind of passively succumb to what will be. And I think with the pressures of normal working life, family life, lack of time, lack of energy, lack of motivation, it can be very easy, I think, to slip into a trap of passiveness. And with that, for me, my fear was that I would become out of shape, overweight, unfit, and unable to do the things I had been doing in my sort of early 30s. So I was quite late to the getting in shape game. I was scared that if I didn't do something, if I wasn't taking some form of action and being proactive in some way, the next maybe 10 or 15 years would sort of dribble past, and I might have been looking at myself as a 45 or 50-year-old man, not in great shape. And you know, if you watch other YouTubers like Mark Lewis, for example, you know how hard it can be to pull yourself back from that brink as you get older. In fact, he said in one of his videos recently, there's nothing cool about being fit in your 20s. Like, you should be. There is no excuse. But being fit in your 40s, 50s and beyond, that is cool. Because it's hard. Because you've got to eke out every last ounce that you can in order to continue to make progress and continue to stay fit. Now, am I saying this is the only way to do that? No, absolutely not. I'm not even saying it's the right way to do that. But I am saying that it's my right way to do that. And it might change. I'm sure that when kids get older and, you know, time becomes more available, I might want to switch it back up again and delve into the world of triathlons, or who knows what will be. This is about each day right now, and sort of not really looking beyond that, because I don't know what the next 5-10 years will hold. But I do know that if I get out the door today and go for a run, even if it is just a mile, I'm continuing to strengthen that habit of this is what I do. When it comes to building those habits, it doesn't matter if you are a 4-hour marathon runner, or a 30-minute 5k runner, or a 15-minute 5k runner. It is all the same. It is all the same. when you step on that start line at any kind of race, park run to ultra, everyone is the same. Everyone is going into battle either with themselves or with the man or the woman next to them. And whether you're front of the pack, middle of the pack, or back of the pack, just being there puts you ahead of a massive amount of people. So, why run every day? Because I was scared. I was scared that if I didn't have something to anchor my health and fitness and wellness on each day, I was scared about what that would look like in 10 or 15 years time. So there we go. Little impromptu film on why I run every day. Watch it, don't watch it, agree with it, don't agree with it. Doesn't matter. But I hope you've got something that keeps you fighting and keeps you moving forward. If you do, drop it in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in a new video very soon.